Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the first competition of this season's World Ninja League Premier Series. So great to have you here. I'm Philip Scott alongside Kane Casillas. We've already had some amazing action with the kids division. Now we're going right into the mature kids. They got two courses to go through, the placement and the... Oh, we're already starting. All right, Kane.
All right. Well, we've got our first placement run. Placement runs are the flow course furthest, fastest. These runs determine what order you're running the challenge course in, and the challenge course will qualify you for finals. Up first, we've got Brody Knackley. Brody is coming out of Maximum Effort, a Midwest competitor who made it to stage 2 at the World Championships. Quick hop down. Oh, might be frozen a little bit. By the looks of it, he linked through.
There we go.
And we're back.
Hopping right through. It's going to dismount right here. Head right through the ring slider, and then right through the coins.
Yeah,
Plenty of time left.
Not a problem. And we see just a missed grab on the wheel on driver's ed. Had the time to get that clear. Looks like we are... Yeah, might have clipped for the replay the part that cut out. That is okay.
Click record. Yep. All right.
So once again, going through this for the placement course, it is just furthest, fastest, one fail, and your run is done. No one is eliminated. This just determines, the slower people with the lesser results, I guess, are going to be running earlier in the challenge course, while the people who go the fastest or the furthest will be running later on in the challenge course.
Exactly.
Anthony Desimone on the course right now. He is the New England Regional Champion and got third place at the World Championships in Season 7, which was in 2022. Coming out of Jimja Warrior. We've had a lot of Jimja athletes.
Right through driver's ed. Now onto the last obstacle, which is tire dash. Now onto driver's ed. Oh, tries to go for that link.
And again, we're seeing that's 2 on the same move.
Yep, time is at such a premium on this placement course. Next up, we have Ethan Tobias out of Ninja Mania in Connecticut, not too far from here.
Ethan getting ready to go. Taking on Thump. Slamming right into that mat. No time wasted whatsoever. Wanting to hop down. We're seeing a lot more linking on the laches. Definitely saving these athletes some time.
It's tough to set up for an obstacle that's hanging on by a hold, like trying to link through, but he makes nice work of it. Right through the slider, onto the tire dash. Ooh, good save
almost
there.
skated backwards.
Yeah,
is allowed to kind of reset, and he does so.
The time's running out. Can he make this grab? Yeah, I think he's just going to finish this out.
But just going to run out of time at the very end. Look at that link as he pulls through the trapeze. We're taking it right back up to the starting line with Hunter Chance Gabo.
Yep, he's out of Ultimate Obstacles in Boston. They have lots of athletes. They are a regular host of our New England regionals. Great gym up there.
Crazy stat. Hunter is 10 years old. This is his 7th year doing ninja. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. I would not be surprised if he was on obstacles before he was potty trained.
There's more. There's people in the elite division that have been doing ninja for less years. That's very impressive.
Love to see the commitment. Looked like he wanted to link there, but just hesitated at the last second. Maybe a hand placement issue.
Yep, going for that low launch angle here so he can kick through. Get right to the dismount. He's going to go right into the ring slider.
His foot might have touched there. Nope. Apparently not. And we're moving forward.
Ooh, he has time. Can he do it? Oh, he's
He's
side to
crooked
side.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good effort, though. He got there with a good amount of time left. So that might be able to play us some pretty far in the run order.
Yeah, definitely had the speed for it.
Next up, we have another athlete out of TA Fitness, Lucas Reale, coaching so many kids this weekend. And I think he's competing himself in the elite division tomorrow.
Yes, he is. I believe this is Andrew Markarian.
Miles Boucher, it says. Yep.
Oh,
There
Miles
he is.
Boucher. Miles Boucher, perfect.
Yep.
A minute. I believe that means we just saw his younger sister in the kids female division, Greta,
Yep.
qualified for the finals. See if Miles can follow suit.
Getting ready to go here. Launches right off the trampoline.
Oh, looks like it might have been ruled as a false start.
Yep, false start. Yep, so the protocol
That's
for
all right.
false starts is you just get back there, they reset the run, and get ready to go again. Here he goes. Lucas Reale, always really lighthearted, joking with him, making sure that he's nice and relaxed and comfortable for the speed course.
Yeah, good to break the tension every now and again.
Definitely. Tell him deep breaths.
Zach, I'm ready. Zach, I'm good.
Here we go. Miles prepping up. Looks like the refs are ready for him this time.
Yep.
And
Here he
off we
goes.
go.
All right.
Good knock over on thumb. Reaching straight for the bar, seeing some more athletes skip the ring, have the height this time to not really need it.
Oh, yeah,
More
he's
length.
linking through.
Great pops.
Oh, he thought about linking there. Like I said, it's really tricky to link to these strap holds. Now it's a full sprint through.
And we're seeing,
Oh!
just a off-center step on tire dash. Sends him out to the side. He actually hit the last tire centered, it seemed, but just that third tire was what really took him off axis.
Yeah, definitely. He had some really good links, though. And I think he might have been focusing too much on the trapeze, and it's so hard to focus when you're at such a time crunch. Still a great effort, though.
Alex Schaefer stepping up to the starting line. Saw his sister Emily and the kids female just miss out on finals by 2 placements. But Alex himself is a very decorated ninja as well, coming out of Steel City Ninja. Very talented family of ninjas here we got, the Schaefers.
Here he goes. And he's off. Pushes that
Knocks
mat
that
over.
over. We were seeing a lot of the younger athletes kind of land on their side or on their knees on that first obstacle. Now these older athletes are able to just stand up right on it. Definitely saves them the seconds. They don't have to hold themselves up.
Definitely. And you can see there, he really linked through. That's the fastest we've seen anybody go through that so far.
Yeah, he's making great time. Lots of time left for driver's ed.
Yep, kicking off of that last of the tires.
Great swing.
Nice. Side to side.
Time,
Can he make
10
it
seconds,
through?
though. The lights are flashing. And he hits
And he's
the
got
buzzer.
it. No problem.
Going to put him in a comfortable first place for the time being. the same time, we have 12 athletes in this division today. It's not a gimme. With 6 runners halfway through, we have our first buzzer in this division.
Yeah, he looked really smooth there. He linked through everything. He knew times at a premium. He had plenty of time to spare, almost 5 seconds left on only a 45-second course. Nice work.
Absolutely insane. Andrew Markarian out of TA Fitness in Plymouth, stepping up. He was he got 3rd place in the Strongest Ninja in 2022 and 5th place in the World Champion bracket in 2022.
Trying to set up for
Definitely
that link.
still showing that he's got it. Very efficient.
Now onto the tires.
Oh, and just steps off to the side. This is a tricky one. We haven't seen as many slip-ups on Tire Dash. In fact, those 2 that we've seen have been the first 2 all day. But it's all about hitting the very center of those. Phil, you've had to face some pretty sketchy balance obstacles before. What would your advice be in terms of proper technique?
Yeah, so honestly, the biggest key is knowing that it's going to be shaky and having as light of feet as possible. Just keep your body centered, keep your core centered on top of the obstacle, and just let yourself kind of float through light feet. And it's especially tricky when you're jumping out to something like a trapeze. So as long as you can focus and keep yourself centered like that, that's the big key.
On the course now, coming out of SoFlo, repping the SoFlo shirt, Sebastian Panariu. Hope I said that last name right. Quick jump up, good reach, got the wingspan for it. Looks like he's just going to pop down with the links. Yes, he does. Good follow through on the trapeze.
Kick back here, try to go for it. Nice preload there.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go on the shelf.
Yep, it's all about that low launch angle, trying to get onto those holds.
And again, gotta stay centered. He stepped really far in the front on the tires. Everything else was moving so smooth.
As you can see right there, we have our leaderboard so far. So as it stands, Alex Schaefer, our only finisher, would run last in the challenge course. Still got a lot of runners left, though.
Stepping up our not second to last. We have 12, not 10. We got Matthew Principe. Matthew is qualified for Worlds every year he's competed. He's been doing Ninja for 5 years. And at age 5, made it up a 12-foot warped wall.
Wow.
Got a lot of power in those legs. We'll see if that helps him on the balance portion of this course. But right now, taking a few extra swings on those laches.
It's really got to push the pace here. Such a tough lane to go fast in. He's got through this. Just a couple more swings. He should get through this.
And you know what? Making it through these obstacles, these next 2 obstacles, in the time allotted is doable. And could put him in a good spot for the challenge course.
Looks
like he ran out of time.
Yeah, right as he got through the tires. It's a very solid effort.
He links, but he kind of goes for a more underbar, like half underbar, half just dead hang type of landing on the trapeze. And generating that swing is what took a lot of time out of his run there. Still a good effort out of Matthew.
Yep, all about
Ryan Carla. Ryan Carla has mastered an 8.5-foot lache, training out of, looks like the Warrior Factory in Syracuse, it says. And he beat stage 2 at Worlds this year.
Gotta go for that link. Oh, White, get lined up for it.
Great grab,
nice
match and go. Just making his way right through the ring slider.
If he can get through the tire dash, that'll put him way up there on the leaderboard. He
Oh,
does.
yeah, there we go.
Time's going to be
But
at
the
a
lights were
podium, though.
starting to flash as he got there. Not huge on time right now. Down he goes. Still a great run.
Yep, nice work. Being smooth and collected, not making any mistakes, just that time. It is really tough.
Yeah, we can see the quick footwork right there. Put him in a pretty good spot on the leaderboard. Sixth, currently in the middle of the pack for the challenge course. But Lucas Savage is stepping up, and Lucas Savage does not mess around on the course. At Worlds this year, he had the third fastest time on stage 1. He got 6th in the dash skill and 7th in tech. I think this course definitely plays more to his advantage in that regard.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's out of center court, coached by James Sanella. He's been at this for a long time. Gets stronger every year that I've seen him.
Oh,
right
looking to
through
pop
there.
right through. Got a little sketched out as he grabbed the back half of the shelf there, but he seemed to know exactly what he was doing. I would assume this is the fastest to this point, besides maybe what Alex Schaefer did. And just missed the grab.
Oh, he was really pushing that pace, though, but he's definitely I feel he's got to have been the fastest to that point.
It hasn't updated on NinjaWorks yet for me. There we go. Yep, fastest to that point.
Second place. Not bad at all. Just that little slip up. Like I said, these fast courses, so tough to rush. It's so impressive how much they can keep control.
And that just means we have one final runner left on the placement course before we move on to the challenge portion of this division. It's going to be Easton Kolek. He got first place at the Arnold Classic in this year's Arnold Classic, which, if I'm not mistaken, required a lot of speed.
Yep. And I remember him making it to stage 3. Whoa, big links there. I remember making it to stage 3 2 years ago at Worlds too.
That's right. It says here he made it there in center court. Oh, coming out of the Warrior Factory. Took a hard fall. Thankfully, we've got lots of padding here. Surrounded by mats everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Landed
I
on
think
his
he
back
just
a bit.
rushed the hand placement. All good.
And it looks like that fall is going to put Easton as the first runner of the challenge course. Alex Schaefer, our only buzzer on the placement course, going to be running last.
Yeah.
So once again, just take a look at your leaderboard, flip the order, and that's going to be your run order for the challenge course. Man, if I had to pick, I got to say, seeing these links got me going, but Lucas's link from the back of the shelf into the little crimp over there, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And not only was it fast, it was really controlled too. And with this challenge course having lots of changes of direction, like the sky hook and and also you got to keep your course centered on the kaleidoscope, which we'll be seeing very shortly. I think that will play a lot into his strengths as well.
Agreed. We also had 4 fails on the tire dash, our first fails on the obstacle all day. And I don't think this is the last time we'll see people stumble on this obstacle, but it's surprising to say the very least.
Yeah, especially the older age groups we get, so they'll be more grown and way more, especially in like elites. I mean, elites are super good, but when you're trying to push them as fast as you possibly can, mistakes do happen, and I could see it being a killer for the elites.
Absolutely. You also have to think that as we progress through the day, the athletes are going to get a little heavier, being older and whatnot. So
Exactly.
They might have a bit more weight to push onto the tires themselves. Now we are going to be moving on to the challenge course portion of this competition. And for those who are just tuning in, maybe you missed the kids streams earlier. The challenge course involves you getting a couple of redos with some contingencies, some rules behind them. So let's say the sky hooks are on the course, you fail the sky hooks, you do get a redo. Your timer is paused while the staff resets the obstacle for you, and then it resumes when everything is properly reset. If you beat it, if you beat the sky hooks on your redo, you continue throughout the course and you just keep going. If you fail, your run ends entirely. However, that happens on two different obstacles. So let's say after the sky hooks on this course is the kaleidoscope. If you fall on the kaleidoscope, you do get a redo on that. So you get a redo on two different obstacles. If you fail your redo on either of them, you're done. It's over. So essentially, yeah, those. And then after your two redos are gone, you have no lives left. The next fall that you have is your final run, and you're done for. So essentially, your run ends either with a buzzer, by failing the same obstacle twice, or by failing in 3 different spots on the course. The amount of fails that you have do not affect your final results. It just takes away from a bit of your time because, you have to do another obstacle twice.
Yep.
The
And
top 4 out of these 12 athletes will be advancing to the Premier Series finals. And with that said, that's going to be back at Ferox Academy November. I keep saying Academy because there's so many Academy gyms that we're doing Premier Series for, and
Ferox
none of them are in the
Athletics.
United States. Ferox Athletics, it's on
Yeah.
the screen too. I'm dumb. Anyways, it's gonna be back here at Ferox Athletics November 18th and 19th. Ugh,
Yep. And
I did it.
so with the challenge course, also you'll be seeing the little graphic in the bottom left that will help you understand the retry system a little better. So yep, you just got 2 mulligans essentially, to put it like Kane was saying. But if you fail on your mulligan, you're out. If you clear on your mulligan, you keep moving on till your next mulligan. If you fail that, you're out. It's pretty straightforward. I really like the system. What I really enjoy about it is, I think the older age groups we get with the more experienced ninjas, we're going to see a lot more strategy involved, especially the harder the obstacles become. People know to kind of, if they know they can't quite make it through the obstacle, they might just drop, reset, gather themselves, think about it for a bit, and go again.
Yeah, that's something I'm surprised we haven't seen happen too much. Specifically on the skyhooks, it involves a bit of a wider swing, and some people have gone in directions that are not optimal. I personally would have just dropped and taken the reset, but some of them really tried to stick it out for about 15, 20 seconds. It can be tough to think that way though when you're normally taught to just stick it out and just try your best on the obstacle itself and not let go.
Definitely. And as you can see there, we got our the owner of Ferox right there, Zach Eichenstein, doing the walkthrough for our ninjas. Just did the sky hooks. But yeah, this course, I'm really excited to see how this will go. We almost got some finishes in the kids course. Do you think we'll see any today, or in this wave?
I was going to say, we'll definitely see one today. I think this wave has a lot of potential. I think out of the 12 athletes here, every single one of them has a chance to make it to the very last obstacle. Definitely has a shot at the buzzer. The time limit is where things really come into play. Do you know the official time limit for this division?
Well, I believe the last one was 2 minutes. It might be the same for this division. It was a really tight time limit for the kids. So even if it's 2 minutes still, it's still going to be really tight.
It was very interesting to see. Even some of our faster athletes we saw in the kids male division, we had Tanner McKenna make it to the final obstacle, area 53, without fails. And he only really had enough time to try that final obstacle once. So
Yep,
you do essentially need a perfect run to hit the buzzer. I think many of these athletes are very capable of that, even down to our first runner. Easton is a very capable ninja. That was his run in the placement course is far from a testament to his actual skill. And I could see Easton
absolutely,
going very deep in this course.
definitely. And I think I was about to say earlier that he can definitely set the bar high for these athletes.
It can always be very nerve wracking knowing that you've got Alex Schaefer and Lucas Savage rounding out your roster. You could put up a great run, and it might not be safe until the very last run, the last two runs. It's tough. It's tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's definitely always been part of Ninja with the run orders. But I think what I really like about this format is the placement course. Pretty much, you get a shot at setting down your best time on the placement course, and that determines the run order. Um, so yeah, I think it's really a really interesting way to set the run order rather than based on points or whatever.
Absolutely, and it's going to be very interesting to see the different types of skills involved. I believe stage. I was about to call it a stage. The placement course was very much centered on speed and more so your technique as a whole. But this one's going to be a lot about power, directional changes, and controlling your momentum. We see on the sky hooks quite a bit. You know, the first two rings are attached to a lot of straps, some slack, and you have to be very confident and assertive with your motion. Otherwise, it'll take you even longer to turn around and get yourself situated before making a proper transfer. That was a big separator in the kids division because either we would have a drought of people falling on the skyhooks or some would get through it faster than others. And that was the difference between qualifying for finals and not. Another big one is the second to last obstacle, the boats. It's an angled cliff ledge on a spinning board.
Oh
Takes you in
yeah,
a 360-degree rotation. Grabs some rings, and a lot of these kids decided instead to skip the second boat and just go straight for the dismount. Again,
yeah,
lots of power involved in that movement. Um, Control, we see the kaleidoscope on there. Catching that cliff ledge, it's not super far for them, but if you're swinging too aggressively, you will tilt the kaleidoscope side to side, and that could seriously mess with your hand placement and with your momentum in general after catching it.
yeah,
And then, of course,
and
we have Area 53, our final obstacle, generating swing from a ring to a giant increase in height
massive.
onto a trapeze that brings you down a pipe coaster. And then you got to make a big pull from a ring up to a spinning disc and then to the buzzer.
Yep. So the kaleidoscope, especially, we saw a lot of the tough spots of the kaleidoscope. Well, I mean, the whole obstacle is tough, but what we saw in the kids division was reaching up kind of takes some time for the first one, getting up momentum, swinging up to the first of the squares, and then um, it it shakes left to right very easily. So you have to be very prepared with your core, really commit to that like first swing, and if you don't get it, then you'll start kind of like rocking back and forth, and you'll have to it'll just drain your energy more and more, especially when it when you really need that energy for the boats and Area 53.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah, these are the best of the best in the sport of ninja, and
And that's just the
these
people who
kids have been
decided to
putting
show
on.
up today.
Yeah, they have put on such a great show already. It's been an awesome weekend, even just this morning and early afternoon. Can't wait for the rest of today, tomorrow, and of course the next 8 weeks. Not to mention
Absolutely.
finals.
Next week we'll be in Greenville, South Carolina, at Motive School of Movement. Motive
Brad and
Academy
Grace
of
Sims.
Movement? What? No,
School moment. Yep.
no,
Motive
Academy
school.
jokes. We're just gonna make
Yeah.
Academy jokes for the rest of the stream.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got a very good amount of amazing gyms. We're traveling all over the globe too. 4 different continents we're going to. We'll
I
get to
cannot wait.
see, yeah, we'll get to see the best ninjas of all ages, from all corners of the globe, duke it out on these awesome, elitely designed courses.
Looks like the coaches and athletes are just going over some of the obstacles right now. Rules seem to be done. Perhaps just strategizing a bit before we officially start on the challenge course.
Yep. And that's something I love about Ninja is strategizing with both your coaches and then as you get older with your fellow athletes. Um, I think that's something that's so unique to Ninja compared to other sports. Is everybody knows that beta exists. Everyone knows it's out there, and everybody's just pretty much just trying to help each other out, trying to figure out that beta. And so you usually see as the runs go on, the runs get better and better, and that's just how Ninja is. It's awesome.
We'll be back in just a couple of minutes to kick off our challenge course with Easton Kolek starting off our run order.
And we are back at the World Ninja League Premier Series. Easton Kolek starting us off for the mature kids in the challenge course. Nice and smooth through the first 2 obstacles. Pulls
Not
right
wasting
up,
any time.
pulls right up into the skyhooks. Oh, he
Oh,
misses.
interesting. Misses that hook. Repositions himself, though. Missing the timer a bit. Timer's counting up. You can see in the bottom left, there's some green little rectangles there indicating that an obstacle has been beaten. It'll be yellow if a retry is used. Once again, you can see the kaleidoscope spinning around quite a bit or swinging back and forth. But at the same
Right.
time, Easton is cruising.
Yep.
He's now onto the boats.
I expected him to raise the bar high, and he's definitely doing that. Got to
Can
reach
he reach
out.
that ring? Oh, he might have to swing back the other way. Humping his way through.
Oh,
This might
just
be where
the.
you take a tactical drop.
And he does. Good thinking.
You
He
can
has
see the
plenty of
yellow
time left.
there. For those new to this format, we have to wait for the obstacles to be reset. His timer is currently paused. If Easton falls on this obstacle again, his run will officially be over. But if he beats it, that little rectangle will stay yellow. He'll have used one of his 2 retries, and he will get to continue his run.
He's back.
Reaches on and grabs that ring. Much better this time around. And looks like he's going for that big dismount as well.
Nice and
Lands it
smooth.
perfectly.
What impresses me so much about Easton is his power generation for his size, especially. But he has the most power generation as much as anyone. Oh, so
Oh! Thank goodness for that, Matt. Lands safely, gets up, seems all right. Had his hands over it and just peeled the tops of his fingers off the bar. Does get his second redo. You can see that second yellow rectangle there right under his name.
only has 10 seconds left, though. Can you get that?
Not going to be enough time to
throw?
clear. Makes the throw. Oh, just gets his hands on the bar again. Still a great run. You could see what we were talking about, the kaleidoscope going back and forth, but he caught it, made the big old dismount from the boats, and advanced all the way to the final obstacle. Set the bar very high. But at
That
the same
could get
time,
him to the finals.
it could, but you know that this field is stacked and nothing is guaranteed.
So as we get ready for our next runner, as you can see, our run order is in the reverse of the results from the placement course. Of course, Alex Schaefer, our only finisher in the placement course, running last. Lucas Savage, who got there with a very fast time, second to last. Let's see, next up we have Matthew Principe, Miles Boucher, Andrew Markarian, Sebastian Ponariu, Ryan Carla, Ethan Tobias, Hunter Chanskibo, Anthony DeSimone, Brody Knackley, and then, of course, Lucas Savage and Alex Schaefer.
Just a quick update on Easton's run. We had a resetter in the way, and that does mean that Easton will be getting a rerun later on. That does mean he'll probably get to go after Alex Schaefer's run. But for now, we're going to shift our attention over to Matthew Principe.
See if he'll study his first run, see if he can improve from it. Whatever, rerun's a rerun. Those are the rules. See if he can beat Area 53 next time. But right now on the course, we have Matthew out of Kinetic Ninja Warrior, I believe, is on his shirt.
Yep. Oh, he's not stopping for much. He's just making sure he's positioned properly. Grabs hold of that second ring. A little difference between the mature kids and the kids course. You have to pop that blue ring out of one hook and bring it to the next. And the kids' course, it was just automatically set up for that move. Now we see Matthew trying to generate swing, probably going for a turnaround and a hop. Oh, would have had it, but his hand just kind of came off the ring, peels off. It looked
Just
like
as
he set something up and just had a small fluke of a mistake that did cost him. That's going to be his first retry. Timer will resume when everything is reset and ready. And here we go. Oh, the ring has come out. Did he make contact with that?
I believe so. Or it might have
Okay.
been the strap. Either way. Gets it going.
If that was a reset incident, then that could warrant another rerun, but I'm not entirely sure what I just witnessed. And down he goes, Miles down on skyhooks.
Matthew, rather. Miles is
Oh,
next.
Miles is next. Matthew. So sorry about that, Matthew.
Yep.
Great effort out of you. We got Miles coming up now.
Miles out of TA Fitness. Just like many of our athletes this weekend.
Yeah, TA Fitness has quite the strong showing right now. All right, jumping right back into the scene of the crime. The skyhooks been tough for athletes across all divisions all day so far. Miles taking one big backswing, having to reset. Looks like he wants to go for a quick pop around, trying to redirect the ring on the strap, and swings out of control. Trying to figure out what to do. Is he looking at a dismount right now?
I think so.
Well, it's going to be interesting with uneven hand placements there. Nope, seems to be. Oh, trying to stop himself from getting hit by the other rings. And it looks like this extra added turn on the blue ring is going to be tripping up some of our athletes. Down he goes. Going to use his first retry.
Yeah, so definitely the issue with this new, what makes this so tough, that ring, your momentum's already carrying you in like a slightly off direction. So you have to redirect yourself with the new ring in hand, pull it off the hook, and like change your direction on the fly, like right away. It's a really tricky move.
Well, he reaches right back over. And I think he's just going to try and hop it around the corner.
Oh, that's some ring
Got to
tech
make
right
sure he's
there.
swinging in the right direction first. There we go. He might be in a better spot for that now. Nope,
Oh,
hops right off. That's going to do it for Miles' run.
great effort.
Love to see the different approaches, though. Like to see that he was trying to adapt. Currently in second place as he made it there faster than Matthew. You can see at the very bottom of the run order list, Easton is going to get his rerun after Alex Schaefer's run. All of our reruns will be done after the original run order is gone through. Should be getting Andrew Markarian up at the starting line. Another one out of
And,
TA Fitness.
yep, I like that shirt. Operation Link Everything.
Big jump onto the pole vault. Bit of a low grab, but he's moving quickly up. Good dismount. And he's wasting no time. He's definitely got a lot of power in him. In 2022, he got third for strongest ninja and fifth in the world champion bracket. Definitely has what it takes to make it far. Look at that, trying to change direction so that way he could pop that ring over just like that.
Ooh.
Switching the grip, making sure he doesn't peel off that ring.
He's got it,
Great
no problem.
move. He's going to be our second clear on the sky hooks for the mature
Now for
kids
the-
male division.
Now for the kaleidoscope. Now, like I said, this is set a little different for the mature kids. As you can see, you have to reach up to that bar that's vertical.
No, actually, they just have to use the cliffhanger that's there instead.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah, so now it's,
So
instead
that's
of
the
bar to
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger, it's cliffhanger to cliffhanger. But he's a little circular right now.
Yep, and this is the key here. You got to keep your core in check. You can't panic and overswing. You just got to try to stabilize yourself.
Ooh, just like that. You know what? He had the right idea, though. You could see that he kind of swiveled his hips around before forcing them
Yep.
forward. He was starting to straighten out.
It's kind of a similar movement to when you jump off a trampoline onto a salmon ladder and have to stop your momentum. It's very similar to that.
Makes sense. Here we go. On his retry.
Oh, he's going
Andrew
for the
does not
second
get
one.
this. Oh, whoa. Whoa!
He's got it.
What a move. Oh my goodness. And that's going to get him right through Kaleidoscope. Still has one retry
nice
left.
work.
Manages to keep his run alive.
Time's going to expire, but what a run out of Andrew. Kept going, kept the fight, and had an awesome skip on the kaleidoscope.
He runs out of time, but that gets him into second place. And that move very well could be what keeps him higher up on the leaderboard. We'll see with 8 runners to go. Anything can happen, but what a smart play from Andrew. We'll see if anyone tries to recreate that. Taking a look as well. Andrew had a quick stumble on the balance obstacle in the placement course. Managed to get through our balance obstacle on the challenge course. The log run.
Bit of redemption there, as we have Sebastian up next.
Sebastian's moving, ripping the Stow Flow shirt. Shimmying up real quick with his hands, choosing to not use his legs. Maybe he thinks it'll slow him down a bit. Jumps right into big swing.
Pulls right up.
Good match and go. Switching his hands as he swung on that second ring.
Ooh,
Hops right
that
over.
move's
Yeah,
so quick.
Skyhook's not becoming too much of a problem now.
Lines himself up right for the dismount. No problem.
Got to reach that first cliff ledge. Unless he's going for the big skip. Nope, he's not. Opting to go for just
He's got to go right
safer
away.
approach. Little
Side to
crooked,
side.
straightening out. Widening his grip so he could take a little more control. And a great grab. Ooh,
Ooh, nice
good
little hop there.
onto the boats.
Going around that way.
Spinning around the opposite direction than what other athletes have done so far. But still reaches onto that ring.
And now
Is he gonna-
that actually gets him the momentum to get right to the dismount.
True. And now he... Oh, wait. He
Oh.
fell back. He would have had it.
Oh,
Now
so
he's got to
close.
redo the boats. Tough break. He definitely has time to get past this obstacle, but he had even more time to take on Area 53 before. Bummer.
Can he get there? He still has a shot.
Oh,
Let's go
gotta
for it.
land that dismount. Oh,
Oh,
spinning out and
three.
around. He's twisting and he drops down, ending his run. Again, for those who are not familiar with the format, you can't fail the same obstacle twice. But we saw a lot of great corrections on the kaleidoscope, as you just saw in the replay. Does put, I think we might have a bit of an error
Yeah,
there.
just one
Suggestion
extra, so he would be in second right now.
that
Yep.
would put him in second place, yes. Which still means that Easton, who was our first runner on this course, is still sitting in first place.
Getting a
With another
redo too.
7 runners. Yes, he is getting a rerun.
Now we have Ryan Carla out of Warrior Factory. Climbing up that pole vault. Pulling back through right to the dismount. No problem
Ryan
there.
coming out of Warrior Factory, Syracuse. Beat stage 2 at Worlds. Oh, he got the ring stuck behind the hook. Now it says here that Ryan can do an 8.5-foot lache. Let's see if any of that technique translates over to the sky hooks. But first, he's correcting it, and good reset.
Really good awareness.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Oh, just misses the target. You see him
Just
maybe
over.
holding something?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just hit the top of the tip of the hook.
Probably.
Getting ready to go again.
Oh, strap hits the ring out, sends it spinning in circles. Catches it anyways. Oh, I spoke a little too soon, but he timed it properly. He timed it again good. Timed it well. Oh, misses the
He's
hop
doing the
again,
same
but
thing.
again, being very resourceful here.
There we go.
Not
Just
a lot of
needs to-
time left on the clock.
Yep, just needs to hop it higher. There he goes.
Looks like he's going for the big skip. Just misses out. So you can see there the 2 yellow rectangles. This is his second reset. Let's see if he beats the kaleidoscope on his second go here.
Here he goes. Not much time left though, so you have to be fast. To go.
Oh, drops right down. Just misses the grab there. You can see a lot of big recoveries on the sky hooks.
Nice
And
pull
then
through
finally
and follow
clearing.
through there.
You see Easton still getting a rerun, still in first place for the time being. We are now halfway through our run order. Up next, we'll be getting Ethan Tobias. Out of Ninja Mania.
Yep, that's not too far away from here. It's a bit up the road, maybe a half hour north of here.
Nice. Again, we're seeing some low grabs on these poles, having them climb up a little bit more, but at the same time, they're making quick work of it.
As long as you're quick with the shimmying, I don't think the height really matters.
Fair enough. There we go. Good grab on the blue ring. Choosing to swing it back and then place it on the hook. Takes a couple extra seconds, but at the same time, he set himself up perfectly there,
Nice
and he lands
backswing.
the sky hooks. Great moves.
Setting up for this throw. Ooh. Sideways, but has lots of grip strength.
Good stopping himself in the middle of the log run, using the ring on boats to slow him down and taking that momentum and using it on the boats. It looks like he's going for that dismount. Oh,
Now
no, he's
he's
going for
going
that
for
second
the...
boat. Whoa. Catches it. Whoa, never
Whoa!
mind. He's going all over the place. Looks like he wants to spin
Almost
around
caught
to
onto
it.
it, though, with that much speed. That was
Uh-oh.
impressive.
And he drops down.
Still has another shot at this. Can definitely do it.
You can see that second boat is angled out more than the first one is. You do have to make more of a reach, and for some shorter athletes, maybe even a little bit of a hop to grab that second ledge.
Yep. He's really pulling through that. Might have to catch kind of low to get to it, and he does.
Perfect landing. And he's on, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time left. The lights are already
Yes,
flashing,
throw.
and he's out of time.
Great
Just
work
about.
out of Ethan, though.
You could see that we're seeing a lot of different strategies on these sky hooks, but I think this one really set him up for success the best.
He really committed to that thriller on Kaleidoscope. Then here, got that optimal low grab, pulled through. Nice work. I think he's our first clear today that of the boats that went to the last one.
I believe so.
It might
He's
be
starting to
quicker,
get-
actually.
Possibly. If you catch it on the first go, yeah, possibly. We've got Ethan with that run putting himself into second place as Easton remains in first and again still gets that rerun. We should be coming up soon to Hunter Chance Debo.
Out of Ultimate Obstacles.
There's Hunter. Waiting for the countdown. 3-time finalist for the World Ninja League. Just waiting for the official countdown. And there we go. Hunter attacking the course. Just a little piece of information on Ethan's run. They are currently reviewing it to see if he properly landed on the boat's dismount platform or if he touched the black box, which is out of bounds. So we'll provide an update with when we have one. For now, Hunter, in the 20 seconds that I've said anything, has already made his way through 3 obstacles. He's taken on the Kaleidoscope.
Well over a minute left. Reaches right up. Oh, just slips off.
Yeah, you could see that when he released, he also tilted that ledge up most likely unintentionally.
Yep.
But like I said, it really does mess with your hand placement there. Using his first retry here.
Gonna go for the throw. He reaches up. There he goes, nice and smooth.
Quick sprint right across. And he's going right for that dismount. Massive kip. And he lands it.
He's got it.
He's got a lot of time left before Area 53, chalking up quickly so that way he
Enough
can
to
just
chalk.
get right into it.
Let's get a really huge throw here.
All right, this might be the swing to go on. And he lands
He's got it!
and he comes down, and he misses the ring.
So close.
He's got 10 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to have to reset that obstacle first.
Our first of our
10
mature
seconds for
kids.
this obstacle is tough.
First of our mature kids to get through that trapeze.
Now, what do you think went wrong on that coaster?
I think he just let go. Just a simple little, just a little mental mistake. Just grabbed with one hand, slipped off with the other. So I don't know if he'll have enough time to get this throw.
Oh,
Ooh,
down he goes.
Nice work though.
You can definitely tell he was trying to rush that one a little bit.
That might put him into first.
I think it does. And it does. But of course, second place, Easton Collect does get his rerun, has a chance to surpass Hunter, as do the remaining 4 athletes in the run order. The other 4, I should say. Including Anthony DeSimone, who's taking on pole vault right now. In season 7, which wrapped up in 2022, Anthony got 3rd place at the World Championship and also was the New England Regional Champion. Quick hop over.
Going right
This
into a
is-
twisting.
This is Anthony's 3rd year in Ninja. Letting that experience show. Looks like he's going for that skip on Kaleidoscope.
Massive throw. Whoa! Floated right up onto it.
That was special. He whipped it right through.
Now,
Looks like we caught the tail end of him beating Log Run, and now we're on the boats. Comes around in the opposite direction, but grabs the ring anyways. Yeah, I think you're right. That does help you generate more swing for the actual dismount.
Look
And
at
it
that
looks like
time.
Anthony's just going to go straight into it, which is kind of what you need to do. Like I said, this obstacle is a longer one. Doesn't have enough swing with that. Gonna need a little bit more. There we go. Getting more height. Ooh,
This is a
hit something.
huge jump.
He's got to go.
He's got it.
And he grabs the
Oh,
ring.
he's got the catch.
He's got time. He's got to get
This-
up to that spinning disc, though, which is a
That last
big
move is so
pop.
tough.
And he
Oh.
drops down. It looks like they're going to call his run right there. He's bending over. He might have gassed himself out, maybe hit something. I'm not entirely sure.
What a run.
And there's that quick twist and pull.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
look
sky
at
hook.
this big throw he did right here. Oh, just
Yep.
floated.
And then how about this massive pull on Area 53? Just floated his way up there. Got his chest above the bar.
Look
That's
how
gonna be the
look at
fastest
that
at that
time.
point. I think it's safe to say that Anthony is in a very good spot with a lot of potential to advance to the finals.
he had over 40 seconds left. Or about, yeah, 40 seconds left when he got through the boats. That was so impressive. Massive power that entire run. Just ran out of steam there at the end. But nice work. So now we have 3 more runners left for the mature kids males. And actually, with that run, that locks Anthony into the Premier Series finals.
We still have 4 runners to go with Easton's rerun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so not quite yet. But Brody Knackley taking on the course now. Made it to stage 2 at Worlds this year. Trains at maximum effort. Runs right through. Not wasting any time whatsoever. Pops that. Oh, just misses the hook, but he's going to reach that back hook. Regain his composure. And swing right back into it. Yep, there we go. Good swing out of Brody. He's going to have to redirect and dismount here. And he does. Oh, almost steps off there. Saves it on Kaleidoscope. Not going for the big
spin. Settles it back nicely. No problem. He's got to get that ring.
Gets quickly down. Are we going to see a sprint across? Yes, we are. Didn't even really step in the middle. Just ran straight across the spinning logs. Going for that dismount, and there it is.
Ooh, just
almost falls back, but saves it. Running low-ish on time, so he's got to go. Makes it to Area 53. Gonna need a little more swing than that, and it...
Can you get it?
Misses it, and it looks like he's also running low on time, so that'll do it for Brody's run.
Great effort, though. I was impressed with how he stayed calm on the Kaleidoscope when it was really spinning when he first got onto it, but he just kind of just straightened himself out, just stayed still.
And even this save right here on the boats.
Definitely. Puts him up into 4th. And with that, Anthony DeSimone is locked in. Next up, we have Lucas Savage, who potentially was going to have the fastest time up until he slipped up on the last obstacle in the placement course, but still, he really demonstrated his linking powers and stuff.
Yep. Trains at a center court. We're in New Jersey. Only 10 years old, but made it up a 14.5-foot warped wall here at Ferox Athletics. He's definitely got a lot of power. Let's see what happens. Lucas got 2nd in the placement course. Looked like he was in prime position for a clear on that course, but just had a quick misplacement of his hands. Let's see if, regardless, we can make something happen. Going 2nd to last in the run, or 3rd to last with Easton's rerun. But looking very efficient, very smooth so far. He just looks very calm.
Definitely. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed with him. He's very calculated.
Is he going for that skip? Yes, he is. Look at that swing. And up he goes.
Whew. Floats right up.
Wasting absolutely no time. He's just going to skip. Oh, no, I was going to say jumping for that boat might not be the play. But a quick pull back and a spin onto that boat. Just has to straighten himself out just a little bit. Going for that dismount. Has a lot of time. But he touches the black box. And that is going to be off limits there.
Oh, that's a tough break there.
Yep, taking into account that black box, you have to dismount out to the side. It does make your angle a little weirder. Kind of encourages you to go for that second boat, but it is the risk that you take when you go for that dismount. However, we see that Lucas can clearly make that distance.
There he goes. He has the time.
But he only has time for one good attempt. Gonna have to build a bit more swing than that. Oh, I think he's taken one too many swings to really get it clear. But how far can he go? Oh.
One more grab up.
A big pull.
Oh, just misses. But out of time. Great effort.
Great run out of Lucas. You can see how quickly he was moving, just sprinting through everything. Even the sky hooks and the kaleidoscope with that quick pop up. Boom. And then we just saw that one small mistake where he touched the black box. Got it on the second try, though. That's going to put Lucas in third place, which could be a bit dicey for him, considering we've got Alex Schaefer and Easton Kolek's rerun. This does, however, mean that Anthony DeSimone and Hunter Chanskibo have locked their spots into the finals.
Nice work going right through. Unhooks that ring right away.
All right, quick dismount out of Alex. Saw his sister Emily get 6th place in the kids female division. See if Alex can
going for the skip.
Break that, avenge his sister, and lock his spot in the finals. A little shaky on that first part of the log run, but gets right through it. Pushing right through on the boats. Makes contact with the ring. He's a little twisted up. He might be going for that second boat. Or no? No, he's just choosing to go with one ring instead. Oh.
There he goes.
All right, marked as a clear.
Didn't touch it.
I think you can see the smallest gap from this angle, which is good. He's got a lot of time. He's just going to have to generate a lot of swing here. Could be our first buzzer.
Massive
He almost hit his entire stomach on that. Great grab. Here we go. The big pull that's gotten people hung up.
Whoa!
Grabs the disc.
What a reach.
And he popped himself up. And Alex Schaefer is going to be our first buzzer on the challenge course in the Premier Series. Not only that, but he has hit buzzers on both courses, locking his spot in the Premier Series finals and potentially, depending on how Easton's run goes, sweeping today's competition.
What an amazing grab on that last UFO. That was unreal. Blind reverse catch, and he just rode the momentum around, and then that was unreal. Climbed right on up, cleared with time to spare.
I'm taking a look at the leaderboard. Obviously, we see Alex up in first place. We see Lucas Savage on the bubble as Easton is about to get his rerun. Easton is in 5th. which means either Lucas or Easton will be going and taking that final spot in the finals. It's all going to come down to Easton's rerun.
Wow. This is going to be nail biting, but what an amazing comp we've had so far. That was an
This has
unreal
been
clear we just had.
absolutely crazy.
These kids are incredible.
Here we go. Deciding it all. Is it going to be Lucas Savage or Easton Kolek? Easton has run this course now, knows where he can be more efficient. Now he's going to have to beat this course or get to the Area 53 in 1 minute 28 seconds.
It's moving really smoothly so far.
I'm like on the edge of my seat right now.
I don't blame you.
Time is ticking. He just quickly does a twist and pop right through, not taking any time. He knows he doesn't really have a lot. And of course, it freezes on us.
But he does beat it.
Second. He does beat it. We do see that he is on the boats, and he does have quite a bit of time. He's going to have to get this dismount on the first try, and if he does, there's a very high chance that he's going to the finals. Here we go. Let's see it. He gets it.
All right. He
15
has
seconds remaining.
Whoa.
I believe that is more than enough time. But now we can see if Easton can get that buzzer.
Look at that swing. He's touching the ceiling.
He is so high up right now. And there we go. Grabs onto that ring. Not only that, but if he falls, he could have enough time. Oh my goodness.
This is crazy.
And Easton, what a fairy tale ending to this for Easton Kolek. Taking not only that, but taking the fastest time to the buzzer. We're talking about someone who got last place in the placement course, whiffing a Lachey.
Amazing.
And then made a comeback, put up a solid run after running first with no beta on this course, and then getting a rerun and taking the fastest time overall on the challenge course and advancing to the Premier Series finals.
Wow, those last two runs were something else.
Edge of my seat. So you
As
can
you
see
can
right
see-
there. You want to take it, you take it. I'm speechless.
All right, so as we just saw, Easton Kolek, nearly 30 seconds left on the clock. Finishes, so does Alex Schaefer and Anthony DeSimone. And then Hunter Chanskibo round out our qualifiers. Lucas Savage, so close, but he just missed that dismount on the boats. That cost him the half a second he needed, but still great run by him too. Brody Knackley, Ethan Tobias, Sebastian Ponario, Andrew Markarian, Ryan Carla, Miles Boucher, and I believe Matthew Principe. I didn't see number 12, but yep. But yeah, what a competition we've had so far, and man, this weekend just keeps getting better and better, Kane.
It does. Somehow the stakes have been raised time and time again, and we're only 3 waves in. Absolutely insane movements from every single one of these athletes so far. Oh, man. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew was the one with the crazy move on the... Andrew was the one who initially broke the beta on that kaleidoscope, wasn't he?
Yep, he was.
Yeah, absolutely insane launch right there. And this does mean that we will be moving into the Mature Kids female division in a bit. It'll be back on the placement course.
Yep.
We've got
Not
quite
too,
a lot of talented athletes.
Not too much longer, so just a quick little break here, and then we'll get the girls set up on the placement course. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Nope, we'll see you guys on the placement course.
good. Move this camera to here to try to avoid that now. You're good, you're good. You're good, Zach. Leave it.
Welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series at Ferox Athletics in New York. We are kicking off the Mature Kids Female Division with Kinsey Carvin on the placement course. And the placement course is in the style of our flow course. Furthest fastest, one fail and you're done. Kinsey's rocking the Ninja Nation shirt right there as she speeds right across the tire dash. Takes on driver's ed, the final obstacle.
Flying.
Buzzer is still going right there, and boom. First run of the division, first clear. Great job, Kinsey Carvin.
Made that look so smooth.
We're going to get going in this new Premier Series real soon. I'm Ken Casillas. Joining me on commentary for this division is Philip Scott. We're going to move right into Harper Bergen. Got second place at the Midwest Regionals this past season and also cleared stage 1 at the World Championships. On she goes. Oh, misses the grab on the bar. Costs her about a half second, but she has the reach to quickly recover. Coming out of the Warrior Factory in Syracuse.
Nice links here. Nice flow.
Has to just grab that extra hold. And away she goes into the ring slider. Oh, got it stuck. Has to force it down. Good recovery. Very clean. Can she at least get across? Tire dash before time runs out. Yes, she can.
Does.
And they are speeding through this, but unfortunately not enough time. You could see she was doing well through the Lachey lane, but just got a little stuck on that ring slider. Or the ring slider got stuck. The performance of our athletes on the placement course will determine their place in the run order of the challenge course. And on the challenge course is where our athletes will qualify for the Premier Series finals.
So I believe we have just as many. We have 12 in both divisions.
Awesome. And our next runner is Carly Ferguson. A lab rat. Falls a little backwards, but you know what? Knocks over the pad. No foul play. Her run is still very much alive. Carly working her way through the Lachey bars. Gonna have to take on this 2-foot drop. With a link, possibly. Looked like she wanted to. Hops right through anyways. Carries that momentum forward. Great work out of Carly. Gonna have to build up a bit of swing. Running low on time. Time is definitely tight here. Gets through the ring slider. And then runs out of time and slides off as well of the tire dash. You can see right there, she set herself up for the link, but she just didn't release off that bar. Cost her about a second extra. But we head back to the starting line for Cara Atienza.
Moving on through onto the Lachey's now.
You can see a lot of these competitors trying to position themselves with a quick kick back. She kicks the ring, though. Looks like she wants to try and link it, just hops down instead. Follows through with her feet, so that way she can kick on through the bar. Same for the trapeze. And we can see that the time is ticking. Hopefully she can get through this obstacle before she runs out of time. And it looks like she is out of time. The lights are red and red only. You can see there were a lot of swings on that top bar on the drop down. And that's definitely what took away a lot of her time. Here we go as we move into our next runner. It is going to be Kate Ruiz from Laid Back Fitness. In Season 7, 2022, she was first place in the power ranking. Oh, wait, I might be reading the wrong stat. There we go. In Season 6 at Center Court in 2021, she was the world champion and got second place in World's Strongest Ninja. Also got the Grand Champion Power Ranking from doing so well in the regular season this past season. Grand Champion's the highest title you can obtain. Needless to say, she dominated the regular season and is looking to do the same in the Premier Series. She just dismounts from the Lachey lane.
On the retire dash. Get there before time runs out. If she does, can she get up to the wheel? And time.
All right. It looks like that is going to do it for Kate's run. But at the same time, she does very well for herself, putting her in second place at the moment, only behind Kinsey Carbon's full clear.
Nice link there at the start.
Very nice. And there you have it.
I'm corrected. I thought there were 12 runners in this wave. We have 14.
14. Awesome. Love to see it. Always a pleasant surprise to find out you have more than you originally thought. Taking on the course now is Sophia Koval. Sophia making
she's out of. Looking at her shirt, I believe she's out of the Grit Ninja.
I can't find her info right here. At the same time, she doesn't need much of an introduction when she's putting on a performance like this. Here we go, making her way through the Lachey's. Got to get through. The lights flashing behind her.
Oh,
she drops down, misses the hole.
Yes.
Unfortunate, but just remember, no one is eliminated after this specific course run. The only difference is our faster runners will run a little later. And we can see Sophia currently is set to be running first in the challenge course, but at the same time, that can change with 8 more runners to go. Nine more runners, sorry. Looks like Harper might be getting a rerun. Or I can't really tell. Emily Balco coming up. Emily is
rocking. She's setting up for a link here.
Oh, almost had it. I thought that was right there for the link as well.
Nice low grabs, getting that velocity. Oh, another out on that bowl hold. It's easy to overshoot. So we've had 7 runners so far. Seven more. Here's Hope Charbonneau. Reaches up to that first Lachey bar.
Using that reach to really extend. And look at that quick pop off. Didn't go for the link, but that definitely saved her a couple of seconds anyways. Generating a lot of swing there as she reaches in to the flying shelf. Has to reach that other hold. 10 seconds on the clock. Or at least that's what it says. There's a bit of a desync with the timer at the moment. Currently working on that. But she has plenty of time to get through the ring slider. Will she get through? Tire dash, yes, bit of a slip on the third tire, but she saves it, grabs the trapeze, and goes on to driver's ed before running out of time. Great work out of Hope Charbonneau.
That last second clear of the tires meant well for her her run order. If you could see, just that with less than 2 seconds left, she did it, but that moved her up.
Perfect. Moves her right into 4th place right now, smack dab in the middle of the rest of the athletes, but we are only about halfway through our roster.
Next up, we have Al Bouye from TA Fitness. And can anybody top Kinsey Carvin's time? She set with the first runner, and she's still only finisher with a blazing fast time of 40 seconds.
Not only that, but that's our only female clear of the Premier Series so far. There will be many more to come, but shout out Kinsey for that. Elle, on the other hand, has made it to stage 2 of the World Championships and can do a 7-foot Lachey. We'll see that Lachey power put to use right now as she's coming up on the drop. Great landing. We need to send it forward a little bit. You see her coach Lucas Reale shouting out some advice on the sidelines. Coming out of TA Fitness in Plymouth. Making a great grab. Running a little low on time right now. Lights are starting to flash already. Gonna have to try and get through as many obstacles as possible just to make that placement in the run order a little better.
She gets through the ring slider in time, though.
Not tire dash, though.
Yep. Time ran out just before she was able to beat the tires.
And you know
Still
what? We're
nice
seeing
work.
We're seeing a lot of time being consumed on the Lachey lane. We've seen that it is doable, but at the same time, Kinsey showed us right away the type of efficiency you have to move with. We saw a lot of other movements as well. Kate Ruiz and Harper Bergen absolutely showed us maximum efficiency through that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we have 5 runners left, I believe. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see if anybody can beat Kinsey Carvin. Her time was, is as fast as the fastest time we've seen today. Both her and Alex Schaefer had about the same time. So it might have to take like a sub 40 run to beat her.
Alex was only faster than Kinsey by 0.3 of a second. And those are the 2 fastest times on this course. The courses remain the same for all of these competitors so far in the kids and mature kids division, at least on the placement side of things. Challenge course, a little different, but placement course, all the same 5 obstacles.
Look at our
Up next
front
should
order.
be Grace Murphy.
And as you can see there, number 4 in our run order, Megan Moore, who was the champion at our WNL championships.
Yeah, we have a lot of athletes who have won a lot of different ninja events, all competing here today.
Grace Murphy wearing that Rachel D. Guts shirt. Rachel D. Guts out with just had surgery. We wish her well. Hope she's doing good in her recovery. She's repping her right now.
Grace Murphy has done ninja for 5 years. 2 years ago, or sorry, not 2 years ago, last year, made it to stage 3 at Worlds, got second for World's Strongest Ninja. And then this past season, a month ago, made it to stage 2 at the World Championship. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, someone to keep your eye on as you watch today's competition. Not taking
Pulling
too many
through.
swings, which is what we like to see, saving that time, saving that energy.
Yeah, nice, efficient grab off of that shelf onto the bull hold. Now she's onto the tires. Can she get through? Oh, she's taking a
Interesting
2 foot.
tactic.
Oh, gotta go
Yeah,
fast there.
probably best to run it.
Yeah.
We can see that she would only really take one backswing, maybe a second if she needed. That run still puts her in 5th place right now, with some more athletes stepping up to the plate.
Yep. That was nice and efficient though through that especially that second part of the Lachey lane. That definitely helped her placement there.
We have a lot of champions stepping up right now. Caitlin Mass is one of them. Was the winner of the 2022 Barbados Ninja Throwdown. That qualified her for the World Championship this year, where she got 11th place overall. Barbados Ninja Throwdown, a very fun event. Got athletes flying in from everywhere to experience Barbados and also do a ninja comp. Caitlin ended up taking home the gold, so we'll see if she does the same here at the Premier Series.
Another TA athlete, Lucas Reale there. Going right through on the Lacheys. Got to keep that momentum going. Don't stop moving. Drop down. Go for that link. Nice setup there. He's got it now for the shelf.
Oh.
Got to get a low grab there to keep your momentum going. She gets it.
Good
Popping
quick reach.
through.
And gets that dismount. Has a good amount of time. We're seeing a lot of these athletes finish up with about 10 seconds left after the just a fall
Just
on
missed.
tire dash. I was about to say we're seeing a lot of these athletes finish the Lachey lane with 10 seconds or less left on the clock. This time limit is very strict.
Yeah, and it's
Again,
not like they're moving.
But
Yeah, it's not like they're moving slow either. It's just this time limit's really strict. Everyone's going really nice and efficient through, but you have to, with this time limit, you have to be just all out.
exactly. It worked for Kinsey, and we know that these athletes are also capable of repeating that success, replicating that. And this means that we have 3 more runners left, including our Season 8 World Champion, Megan Moore, coming up in just a bit. But we got Zoe Gelsinger. He's made it to the World Finals, the World Championships, the last 4 seasons.
He's been at it for a while.
First in the Northeast region for a while. Got 3rd at Northeast Regionals this past season. He's been in the top 10 for the last 4 seasons in the Northeast region.
He's counting you down. He's counting you down. Listen to him.
And it looks like we are ready for Zoe's run. Taking on Thump, knocking that right over and going straight into the Lacheys. Seeing them kind of go for the ring instead. I feel like some of these athletes are tall enough to reach the bar.
She going for the link. Good
Looked
setup
like
still.
She wanted to. It looked like she wanted to.
Getting good speed here through the shelf. Popping into the last hold. She get off. She does now quickly onto the ring slider.
Yep. On these next 2 obstacles, ring slider and tire dash, you really can't waste time. And it
You get
looks
through the
like
tire dash.
you
Oh,
just
so
stepped
close.
off. You have to stay centered on those. You can see that
Exactly.
she shot it out to the side.
Yep. It's all about your center of gravity staying on top of it. On top. Don't lean back either. You kind of have to keep yourself in the center or forward. Keep your feet placed in the middle. Can't really be on one side or the other, or else it'll just tilt way too far. Still nice work by Zoe getting through that second obstacle. Pretty nice. And now Megan Moore, our champion.
This is a ridiculous stat. Megan Moore can do an 11-foot lache. For reference, that's my max lache right now.
She can do a lache longer than the number of years she's been alive.
Oh, man.
That's
And
impressive.
She put that skill to use. You can see how quickly she's gone through, still with plenty of time left. It's really just going to come down to, is she going to beat the obstacle or not? Because time-wise, she's good on driver's
Time's looking
ed.
good. Just to reach up.
Good under grab. Gonna do a match and pop. Yes. And then a
Pulling
quick
through,
reach.
dismounting right away.
Skipping the last wheel. 38.22 seconds.
That
The fastest
last
time overall.
skipping that last one gave her that time. I wasn't sure it was going to be a close one between her and our first place, but 38.22, beating out Kinsey Carvin by almost 2 full seconds. How did she find that time? That was impressive.
I don't even know. That was crazy. But hey, that's why she's the world champion.
Yeah,
Definitely showing how she earned that title.
I don't think Kinsey skipped off of the last bowl, but yeah, that saved her a couple seconds right there. But great work by our champion, showing how strong she is. Next up, we have Bryn from M Lab, one of the lab rats from Movement Lab, New Jersey.
Yep. Bryn was also the Northeast Regional Champion. Made it to stage 2 at the World Championship.
Drop through.
Now here, amongst the top 25% of all competitors in this region. Making the Premier Series even more competitive than our regular season.
It's a very select group. You have to have earned it to get to this spot. And she
Bryn
gets
definitely
through
did.
the coins, the tires.
Makes the touch point, so she will be marked for beating Tire Dash, but just ran out of time as she got to driver's ed.
So that was
run out of time.
That was key for her. Yep, that was key for her standing. She gets
5th.
She jumps up to 5th.
Great run out of Bryn. Taking a look, are there any more runners on the?
Yep, Harper Bergen is.
Oh, that's Harper is getting a rerun. It appears. I'm not entirely sure why she's getting a rerun. Might have missed something when I was looking, but rerun nonetheless. Last time Harper made it to the last obstacle. There was that's right.
Oh, yeah, the
Because
slider
she ran
didn't
last
move.
time. Yeah, the ring slider got stuck for her, giving her a rerun because of that. Linking through this time, saving her a lot more time than her original run. She's really popping through, feeling a lot more confident. You can see the difference between trying these obstacles for the first time versus the second. Because Harper
But now onto the tires, right into it. Can she throw through? Oh,
she just misses the grab. Kind of grabs the side of her face. Might have whipped her head onto the mat. Hopefully she's all right.
That puts her in 3rd, though. She had the fastest time of those that made it there. 29 seconds when she got off the tires. She had a shot at the fastest time, but still, nice work. Gets 3rd place in the placement. She'll be running later on for a challenge course. Stay tuned.
And we also see that Caitlin Mass's run is under review right now. Currently looking into that situation. But regardless, we will see our last runners be our 2 buzzers, Megan Moore, Kinsey Carvin. Now, all of our athletes will be running on the challenge course. Philip, why don't you explain the challenge format?
Yeah, so the challenge format is our newest format in the World Ninja League. Just debuting it now for our Premier Series competitions. So it's pretty much you get two free two retries, but you can only retry once on an obstacle. So let's say get to the third obstacle, you fall on it the first time. So the timer stops. You get to reset, pause, think it through again as they reset the obstacle. Then get back up. Your time resumes. If you beat it, that means you used one of your retries. But if you fail it, then your run is done, just like a normal flow course. Then you get one more retry in that same fashion for whatever obstacle. Say you get to obstacle 5. If you fall off there, you get to retry one more time. And then you're out of your retries. If you beat it, you move on. And then your next fall ends it. Or if you fall during your retry, it ends it. So it's a really interesting format. I think it really plays to who can adapt the best. If you struggle, let's say we've seen people get hung up on the sky hooks. We've seen some athletes think about it for a bit as it gets reset, and then their time resumes, and then they can they've had a little chance to think it through and get through it. So yeah, what are your thoughts on it, Kane?
I think it's really nice. I have always been more of a purist fan of Ninja. So the idea of redos on a course have never really appealed to me. But at the same time, I really like that there is a time factor that totally throws a wrench into whatever plan you may have on the challenge course. We have sky hooks on the third obstacle of this course, and let's say you fail the sky hooks, um, and you get your redo, you could end up being faster than someone who got sky hooks on their first try because maybe they took too many swings, or maybe they got stuck out in no man's land, they were spinning around, and suddenly the person who had the redo made it through skyhooks faster. I think that's a very interesting aspect of the sport. Like you were saying, the strategy behind things, not just it's no longer just how to do an obstacle, but when. And it's
Exactly.
a new way of thinking for a lot of these ninjas.
Yeah, definitely. And also, also of course, we can't forget about what we just did. Our first of the two courses, the placement course, is one stage course. You fall, you're done. Traditional format. What most people think of when they think of Ninja. And it's a speed course, 45 seconds all out. And the so this is something that's never really been done before in Ninja. When you run and you have your standings get placed, let's say for example Megan of course got first for in the placement course. So then we reverse the results from the placement course, and then have that be the run order for the challenge course. So she'll be running last because she got first. And I think that I just really like that idea because it really emphasizes athlete performance more than any other run order format we've ever had in Ninja.
I would agree. Now let's break down this course as they're going over some rules and whatnot, and the coaches are out here strategizing with their athletes. We have quite a few crux points on this course that have been quite the separator. Our first, I would say, would be obstacle 3, which is our skyhook lane. We've got 2 rings on straps being demonstrated behind the leaderboard, as you can see. And they swing on over to a blue hook, or a blue ring that they have to move from one hook to another before making a proper skyhook transfer. Now, the amount of movements that it takes can vary between different competitors, and that can allow for a lot of separations on time. In our earlier divisions, especially in the kids, this was, for a while, the cutoff obstacle. But eventually we had a lot of athletes break through and move on to other tougher obstacles. What other obstacles do you have in mind, Phil?
Yeah, so Kaleidoscope, we saw actually once the beta was broken for the boys that we just saw earlier, it wasn't super. taxing, but it did do some damage. Some people had to retry and do it again. But the boats were a big. Uh, Honestly, this whole course is crux points past the skyhooks, because then we got the boats, and those. What happened with that was, some people were really would miss the reach onto the from from the first boat to the rings, or miss the dismount on the off the rings, trying to skip or not skipping and missing the dismount. Lots of strategies and lots of ways to beat that obstacle, which was really interesting. And then, of course, our last obstacle, Area 53, which is a massive throw, and it's been really tough all day.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about this course. It requires so much power and so many big swings, and it makes that time limit feel even tighter than it already is. It's a very doable time limit. We had 2 clears in the mature kids male division recently. It was a very nail biter type of situation for one of our athletes there, Easton Kolek, who locked his last minute spot into the finals with that buzzer. I definitely think a buzzer is attainable for these athletes in the mature kids female division. But at the same time, when you've got an angled cliffhanger on a propeller like obstacle and big dismounts and ring tech, anything could happen.
And also pay attention to the standings as we get farther along our runs, because only the top 4 move on to the Premier Series finals, which will be also held here November 17th to 19th, Ferox Athletics, Brooklyn, New York. And this is the first of 8, if you're new here. Yeah, this is the first of 8 Premier Series competitions. We're traveling to 4 different continents, by the way. So that's going to be very exciting. Going to have the same format for all 8, all divisions, all 6 of our divisions, 6 and up. And so top 4 move on from each qualifier in each division, male and female, move on to the finals, which, like I said, are here. Yeah, it's it's a select group of an already select group.
Absolutely. It's going to be a true battle of the. It's going to be a clash of the titans at the end of the season. We will have 32 athletes, 4 from all 8 of our qualifiers, battling it out in finals. And they're going to be 32 of the absolute best ninjas. Who's it going to be? It really could vary. You know, a lot of these qualifiers come down to who has the better day, just the day of. But you're going to have some big, heavy hitters in all divisions. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And this division is not the end of the action today, because then we also have today the preteens division, which has a stacked field, even more stacked than even this amazing field in these past couple ones. Just so many athletes that are so strong, running all weekend long. We got the preteens, and then tomorrow we have teens, amateurs, and elite. And elite, we got multiple elite world champions in the lineup for tomorrow, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, can't wait for the elite one. Wish I was on commentary for that one. Wink, wink. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually relieved that I get to just watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm working this and I'm enjoying it. So, I just love Ninja. I just have fun with it.
And it's a good time to be a fan of Ninja, especially with Premier Series starting. Just the best of the best. That's our tagline for this series, because it really is the best of the best.
Yes.
You only get invited to the Premier Series for being the top 25% from last season based on regular season or Worlds. And it's just... And so the level of competition is just so high. And Yeah, it's just we've already seen some amazing action this weekend. Should be getting set pretty soon.
Yep, I
I
think
believe the
we're
time limit is will stay the same, 2 minutes for 7 obstacles, all taxing, all like we were mentioning, very core heavy. A lot of things with ninja nowadays, you don't think about it because people think, oh, it's just a lot of obstacles nowadays. Have been are big throws, all that. But there's so much more. Every obstacle is full body. If you really break it down, everything involves leg coordination, um, core strength, all that. It Ninja really is just every obstacle is full body.
agreed. The only thing that really varies is what part of your body is contacting the obstacle
Exactly.
itself. Now, looking through these results here, we haven't had a fail on the log run, which is our um, balance obstacle here on the challenge course. Very reminiscent of the log split from the World Championships.
Yeah, it is. Log split was. I wonder if it will be modified from division to division as well, because uh, I remember uh, at Worlds for the elites we completely unlocked the logs to be free spinning and has tripped up quite a few people. But yeah, this whole course has been just scaled really well. Shout out to the team at Ferox. They did a fantastic job putting this course together. Of course, Zach Eichenstein, we got Ramsey Valdez, we got Xavier Dantzler, of course. Those are three guys I know that all three of them elite ninjas in their own right that really know how to scale and set a course super well. This facility is awesome. If you're in Brooklyn, New York, come check it out. And if you want to come watch the Premier Series finals, if you're in the area in New York in November, come watch. November 17th to 19th will be the finals right here at this very same location.
Very, very exciting to see. And then, of course, if you want to get back into the main action as well, Season 9 will be kicking off before the Premier Series finals. I don't have an
Yep.
exact date. I'm not going to pretend I know, but
Yeah, so season 9 of the regular season starts in September. And yeah, we're going to be action packed. Lots of WNL action coming for you. Um, Premier Series regular season. It's going to be awesome. Not to mention, we have other special events coming up, such as we have Barbados Ninja Throwdown, which you mentioned earlier. Um, that'll be first weekend of September. And then we also have some other stuff lined up too. Can't wait to tell you about it.
just giving it a little bit more time before the challenge course is officially underway. We're going to take a short break, and we will come right back when the course is up and running and ready to go. And we'll get started with our first runner, which is going to be none other than Sophia Koval.
All right, we are getting started.
Stepping up is Sofia Koval. And again, on the challenge course, essentially, you don't want to do any of the obstacles. You don't want to fail an obstacle twice. And you don't want to fail on 3 different obstacles because that means your run is over. There we go. We got Sophia stepping up, rocking the Grit Ninja t-shirt. Seven obstacles, 2-minute time limit. We shall see how Sophia does. And the run begins. Looks like they're just finalizing a couple of things.
Everybody has all these very interesting chalk bags. Lots of them are like stuffed animals or Pokemon.
Have you seen the Cookie Monster chalk bag Instagram page?
No, I haven't.
I think it's a kid, but he just whoever it is, they post a chalk bag that literally is Cookie Monster, and they post it at like different comps and stuff. So there was one where they posted and they were at Worlds. It doesn't have like the hugest following, but it's kind of like, who's got the Cookie Monster? Fun little game I like to play. Just speculate. You know, we have a lot of people speculate who's behind specific Instagram accounts. I like to try and figure out who's got the Cookie Monster chalk bag.
Yeah, so right now we have Sofia Koval. So she ran early. She was looking really smooth, but just slipped off of the end of the bull hold on Lachey's,
Yeah.
which unfortunately means that she's running first. But as we know, running first isn't the be all end all. We are ready to go. I believe right now, but as we getting iced on the course has happened to like every ninja. It's interesting what goes through your. Yeah, it's tough to get iced because you're really mentally focused, getting ready, and got to stay in that mindset for a little bit longer. But here she goes.
You have to not lose it. But you know what? I think I would rather be iced than to have to be right after somebody who falls on an obstacle super early.
That's true, because
I would much
you're
rather
not expecting it. Yeah,
exactly. Sophia knew what she was doing and shows us that as she breezes through pole vault and big swing. Coming up to the sky hooks now.
See what her strategy is here. We've seen a few different approaches here.
Looking to pop that ring out, but get her body in the right direction first so that way she's getting her legs in there, not so much her hips. So she's missing a little bit of power there. Might need
She
a little
needs to
bit
start
more.
kicking. There we
Good.
go.
Curling up.
Oh,
Almost got it on the
so
hook. And again, it's one of those things where you might want to decide now's the time to drop down, save some energy, save some time on the clock.
exactly, and that gives you time to think over what you want to do next. See if her approach is any different this time.
Good lock off as she pulls herself up to the second ring. Has to get it off the hook before swinging on to the blue. Oh, got to give it a bigger pull. You can also see that she's using every inch of her wingspan right now. Doesn't have the most amount of reach, and it's definitely taking a toll on her performance here. Sophia drops on down.
Good fight, though.
Yes,
Good
absolutely.
effort.
Didn't give up. Gave her very best. But now we're headed on to Cara Tienza. Cara also just slid off the Lachey lane, but is not looking to let that get her down. Smiling at the starting line. She's looking ready to go. Just waiting for the go-ahead, waiting for the thumbs up. And away we go onto the pole vault. Spinning around quite a bit. Haven't seen anybody go on that side of the pole, but
Good
knocks
save,
it
though.
over. Yep, and now she's on, looking for that dismount. Going for a
Right
big
through,
swing.
jumping off. Okay, pops
All
right
right.
up into the skyhooks.
And once again, skyhooks has been a consistent problem for all of our divisions today. It's all about generating swing, changing your body's direction, and then, of course, landing that final move.
There she goes. Gets it
All
there.
right, she now has to straighten out,
Use
get
that
her hips
core.
aligned, get her legs leading. She's
Set
looking
up
like she
for it.
might drop down soon. Or, you know what,
Go
she's
for it.
generating more swing. No, never mind, I'm wrong. There we go, big tuck with her hips. This might be the move. She's got
Oh,
it.
she hangs on. Great grip strength.
The amount of endurance that takes, and now she's on to Kaleidoscope, not chalking up, not resting, just going right into it. She's got to reach up for a cliffhanger, and then Lachey
Time's
to
running
another one.
low. But she's, yeah, great grip strength again, still hanging on. She get this big throw.
And it looks like down she goes. Going to use her
Full
first
swing.
retry on the course. And away we go. Her timer is... Oh, it has not resumed yet. A bit of a false start. Going to give it a second before. Keep it going.
There
All
we
right,
go.
lights flashing. And Kara's back on the course, taking on Kaleidoscope for the second time. Second and a half time. Reaches up for that cliffhanger. And you can see Kaleidoscope tilting around. And unfortunately, she's not going to get a full attempt out of this. It looks like she's going to be running out of time.
Good effort, good fight. Great fight. That was...
Yeah, especially on the skyhook. Spent a lot of time there, but refused to give up. But again, this is one of those things where you're so used to doing that in your flow courses, even your full courses, and other competitions in general. It might not always be the most beneficial on the challenge courses.
Yeah, so something that athletes might have to do now is really think about that, as we've said. Because the issue is... Well, the thing is, you don't... There's no penalty other than time for getting or having a retry. Or then you lose a retry and you got to beat it now. But yeah, be interesting to see how this format, how athletes adapt to this format.
Yep. Emily Balco, our third runner on the challenge course. Seeing two stumbles on skyhooks, even though one was a successful attempt. Got to figure out how to minimize the amount of time spent on that obstacle. And it looks like the first part of her plan is to jam right through those first two obstacles, and it's working. Great moves. And now we are back at the skyhooks.
Unhooks that one right away. See your approach on this one.
Swinging it back. Gonna try and go for a reposition. Or maybe she's gonna try and pop now, and she does. But has to re-grab. It's all right. Has a good wingspan. Can she land this move? Yes, she does. And you know what? We haven't really seen anybody peel off of anything in this division. Lots of grip strength, lots of endurance coming out of these ladies. Emily Balco now taking on Kaleidoscope. We'll see that grip strength come into play as she grabs these cliff ledges. But she might be going for the skip here. And she is in... Oh, it tilts out to the side. She goes crooked. The Kaleidoscope goes crooked in the opposite direction, and her hands just could not match with the ledge.
Yeah, if you go sideways on this ring, the ring's attached to the bars that spin the squares. So if she can manage to straighten out her swing, she should have a better time getting this move.
Yep, she definitely had the distance. Her head was well above like half the square. So she should be good. She just has to, like you said, stay centered. Opts did not go for the lache this time. Plays it a little safer. She gets it. And it works out for her. This puts her in first place for now. Taking on the boats. Gonna have to move quickly and get this in one go if she wants to at least get to the last obstacle. Put herself in a good spot. Going for the throw.
Has to go for it. She's gonna get it.
Go now. She gets it.
She got it.
But she runs out of time. Right as time
expires. Great work.
But she did make it past boats before the time expired. It'll be marked as making it to the final obstacle. We see that adjustment on the Kaleidoscope and strategy, not going for the big skip, but going for the big skip on the boats instead. And it looks like it paid off at the very last second. That's going to put Emily in first by a comfortable margin, but with 11 runners left, a lot can change. Reminder, we are only taking the top 4 athletes from this course. So plenty of people can still knock all of these ladies down on the leaderboard. But at the same time, a great run out of Emily Balco. Showed a lot of class in readjusting. A very professional mindset for Ninja. Carly Ferguson's going to be our next runner.
I think it's Charlie.
Charlie or Carly? I don't know. I've heard
Charlie.
I think I heard Carly on site.
I thought I heard Charlie.
I don't know. I'll trust your judgment.
It's like they were just making sure the Kaleidoscope's ready to go. Because the Kaleidoscope it spins a lot, so they just want to make sure that it's always set in the right spot every time.
We're just waiting for the course to be reset. Refs to give the okay. Repping the Lab Rat t-shirt, Charlie Ferguson. Why did I read that as Carly? I mean, there are words like that, but yeah, I should have just played Saving On with Charlie. Regardless, Charlie's away and on the pole vault.
One of the lab rats out of New Jersey. Climbing up. Go eyeing up that dismount. Nice
Great
work.
movement. Taking a like half second on big swing, in my opinion, that's one of the obstacles that you just jump into. You know, especially with time being such a big factor on this course. When you have an obstacle that you can get through in half a second, you should absolutely just go.
Yeah, definitely, but it's also kind of just habit. There's so many obstacles in this course, so you just kind of think, all right, use this one, use this one. It's good to think one obstacle at a time, but sometimes that strategy doesn't always apply. But
Fair enough.
nevertheless, she's making good work of skyhooks, eyeing up this move.
She's very much aligned and lands the transfer.
Right to the dismount.
All right, now the question is she going for that skip? It looks like it. Using her feet to push off the Bosu ball, get the big swing. Oh, no, she just goes for the first and slips right off. Thankfully, doesn't land on anything. Just lands right back on the mats.
Taking a breather, thinking about her approach for the next one.
42 seconds left on the clock for her. And away we go. Charlie taking her second attempt on Kaleidoscope. Just a reminder, folks, if she does not complete Kaleidoscope again, that will be the end of her run. You cannot fail the same obstacle twice.
She get it. Oh, just
like
slips
that.
off.
That
Good
is
effort,
going to do
Charlie.
it for her run. For a second, honestly, I didn't think she had that just because I didn't think she had a lot of swing. But she managed to do that very smooth.
Yeah,
It didn't
just
even look
slipped
like
off
she had to
the-
use a lot of power. Well, that puts Charlie currently in second place. And now, coming up, we have L. Help me out here. Bolu?
Bouye.
Bouye. Wow.
Yep.
I need to take more classes, or I need to go back to school, man. El Bouye, coming out of TA Fitness Plymouth, made it to stage 2 at the World Championships. He can do a 7-foot lache. That should come in handy on the skyhooks. Of course, it's not entirely the same. You have to move an object with you, but at the same time, that power will absolutely be necessary on a lot of these obstacles. And you know what? 7-foot lache at 9 years old, nothing to slouch at whatsoever. All right, and away we go. We got L. Whoa!
Oh, no.
That is going to be marked as a fail. Her feet did touch. So she's going to get a reset. Not an obstacle you really want to use one of those retries on. Very surprising.
She's
Gets
got
higher
this
up
time.
that time. Yep. That was not what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, I think it just caught her by surprise, but she's making it through this time.
Lands that
There.
dismount. Moving right on to the big swing. And is now facing off against the skyhooks. Gotta wonder how that's playing into her head, only having one retry left, especially with so many difficult technical obstacles coming up.
Best thing to do is just keep moving forward. Moving through, trying to get that ring out.
Trying to pop it out into the side and drops down. This is going to be her second redo, which means she will not get any extra chances after this. Her run will either continue and she will have no safety nets, or her run will end, depending on how she does on the skyhooks. And there we go,
She
grabbing on.
goes.
Pulls herself right back up. Oh, has to get that second ring off the hook. And big pull with the hips. It's very satisfying seeing those ring movements because you can, like you were saying about Ninja being full body, that is one of the most apparent examples. So we see her wrap it. Whoa. She's wrapping the ring around her arm. I think she's going back for that first one.
Still hanging on.
Oh, refusing. I mean, she has no other choice. After this, her run could end if she falls, or will end if she falls. So a great recovery, but with a little over 10 seconds left, it doesn't look likely. Yeah, lights are flashing. It's going to be rough. She's swinging in the right direction, trying to grab that ring out.
Oh,
She
great
had
effort.
the right idea.
Great run.
Did not give up.
Definitely didn't. Didn't give up
Love
at
to see
all.
that fight. We love to see that fight out of our athletes. This does put Elle in 5th place, which does knock her out of contention for the finals. Emily Balco still holding on to that top spot, while currently beating the Skyhooks will lock you a spot into the final. Well, not lock you a spot, but put you in contention for the finals. Zoe Gelsinger stretching out, getting some twists in, making sure that she's all set. In season 6, she was first in the Northeast. In season 8, she was third in the Northeast. Very, very impressive resume out of this 5-year Ninja veteran. I mean, she's been training since she was 5 years old. We're truly seeing a different type of ninja being bred in this generation, Phil. Remember when we were 5, we were like just hoping that someday we get to try the obstacles. Now these kids they're getting to train for competitions at 5. It's awesome. Love to see how much the sport's done.
Definitely. This, I mean, back when we were their age, like there were no gyms anywhere, and now the sport's just grown so much, and the Premier Series is definitely a testament to that. As she does this strategic drop.
But you know what? It works. She's got a minute 21 seconds left on the clock, which is a lot better as opposed to having some of the other people's 35 seconds left for the rest of the course.
Definitely. Not much of a time penalty here. But she has to make it through this.
Oh, she tried to hook that blue ring around.
This is the
Tries
ring.
again and misses twice. She looks like she's going to put it around her shoulder, try to recover, change her directions back to realign herself. And it's working. And lands it perfectly. Saw Elle try to do something similar not too long ago. Successful for Zoe, but now she's got to land this next move. Her legs are flailing around quite a bit. There we go. She steadied herself. But time is still ticking. And down she goes.
Great fight out of Zoe. Good throw, too.
Absolutely. Now we see that puts Zoe in 4th place. But if anybody beats the Skyhooks from this point on, this does knock Zoe and anyone else who fails the Skyhooks out of contention for the finals.
We have 8 athletes remaining. First up of those 8 is Hope Charbonneau.
Hope trying to shake out, keeping her shoulders loose. You can see her hands just covered in chalk. That's the other thing. Chalking up can take a bit of seconds that you don't really have on this course. You got to be real smart about when you're resting, when you're chalking, and when you're moving. Grace just waiting for the thumbs up from the referees. Looks like we're getting ready to start her run. Lights flashing. Oh, is that going to be ruled as a false start? I believe it is.
I think we're good. Yep.
Nope, we're good. Nope, we're rolling as she's coming off a pole vault and into the big swing. And tries to go immediately on release to reach the blue ring. Does not work. Gets it the second time around. But we're seeing a lot of different strategies here. Not as many competitors trying to just pop that ring right over to the second hook around the corner. Can be a tricky move, especially with such a long ring.
She's going for here. She does it.
There we go. Generating a lot of swing. Again, if anyone clears, it will force every other competitor to have to clear skyhooks, and just like that, if you want any shot at the top 4 in the spot in finals, you have to clear the skyhooks.
She goes right up into the... so close.
Gets a hand on the cliff ledge, but not enough to really hold on. Got to get a little higher than that.
Kicking back. She reach up.
There we go.
Does she get here? She does.
And we saw that she was very good at generating swing. But just peels off. I think got a little too low on the kaleidoscope there. Was worried about a false start on the pole vault, but nope, all good. Properly aligned herself and breezed through skyhooks.
So that puts her in second so far. Had a fast time through the skyhooks.
Kaleidoscope.
Now we have Hope Charbonneau.
There is Hope Charbonneau. Getting the thumbs up. And it looks like Hope's run is about to begin. The battle against the challenge course. Trying to use her legs, but it's taking a bit of time off of the pole climb. And just like that, she's lost a significant amount of time. But that pole, there is no real correct way to run it. There are just faster ways and slightly slower ways. Having to take a reset on the skyhooks, though. Struggling to reach up to that second one. One of our shorter athletes. Good lock-off strength, good power. How she just popped up there.
Immediately, first try, gets that ring
Phil,
into the next hook.
What's the key to ring tech? How are these athletes able to maneuver so well besides practice?
It's such a weird thing. It's like it's a pretty new thing in Ninja, but the main thing with ring tech is just to have a good grip, make sure that you have you kind of have to have kind of a loose grip. That helps the most with ring placement, in the hook.
Oh,
just misses it there.
You know what? She went a little too far forward, not far enough up. I honestly think she can get it if she just gives herself a little more height. Great power out of Hope. Really good at generating that swing.
Yeah, ring tech is something that still amazes me all these years later. It's such a tough thing, but all ages are getting really good at it. Here
Uh-oh.
she
And
goes.
Hope is now crooked, going around in every direction except for the one that she needs to go. And it's tilting around the kaleidoscope itself. She's trying to tuck, control her swing, but the lights are flashing. And it looks like she is out of time.
Good effort, though.
You could see everything was going smoothly up until the kaleidoscope.
She got a yeah, she's in third so far. She had a pretty quick time up to that point, even if she had a little bit of a. Yeah, I remember you were mentioning that she wasn't quite going the pace that you were thinking on the first obstacle, but then she really made up for it on the skyhooks.
Absolutely. And we'll see if the next athlete, Bryn Howard, can follow in the footsteps our Northeast Regional Champion, Stage 2 competitor at the World Championship this year. Rocking the Movement Lab shirt, one of the lab rats in New Jersey. And here we go. Bryn, one of the taller athletes here, getting to use that length on the pole vault, covering more ground and dismounting from a much lower spot because she has the swing.
Definitely, I was about to mention that.
Great lock off from Bryn right there.
Really fast pace so far.
Yep, and she's not really having to exert too much energy. It's just about changing the direction for her right now. Oh, just misses out on that first hook, but she's going to reach right over. Again, that wingspan and the just overall poise and technique coming in clutch there for her. Has to kind of straighten herself out. And peels off.
So close.
Lands the ring on the hook, but is not able to hold on. We could see some
Nice work.
force recovery. That's not a flex at all.
I mean, that's the quickest way to get out there.
Absolutely. And Bryn's strap on the first ring hits the second ring out, but she catches it before it can escape her. And we're right back to where we were before.
She gonna go for the outer approach? Out and back? Oh, not quite.
Looks like she'll have to replace it just like last time, and she does. She's a little more centered this time around.
She gets it this time, hangs on.
Here we go. Facing down on Kaleidoscope, which is currently our big crux point. If you beat this, you do currently stand in a much better shot at qualifying for finals. But Bryn's going to use her second of 2 retries on the Kaleidoscope. It's getting intense. It's getting very competitive. We're having a lot of athletes fall in the same area. And with so many big names coming up, it's going to get tough.
She's going
to go for that big skip.
Second one.
And she misses out. Make it. And that ball is going to end her run. Great effort out of Bryn. We saw all of those corrections on the skyhooks. Did take up a lot of time. Unfortunately, throws her into 6th place. She will not be in contention right now. Charlie Ferguson currently on the bubble. You got to make it past the skyhooks in under a minute 3 seconds if you want to stay in that top 4 right now. Or if you want to get a minimum of 2nd place, you got to get past the Kaleidoscope.
We got 5 athletes left.
Caitlin Mass up next, our 2022 Barbados Ninja Throwdown champion in the Mature Kids female division. 11th place at the World Championships. Getting to give stage 3 a go. And you know what? I'll tell you something. The Mature Kids course at Worlds was not easy. I had to do commentary for them for a little bit, and it was tough seeing so many athletes who knew exactly what they were doing just get destroyed by such a unforgiving course in terms of errors. Premier Series, pretty similar as well. You know, we're only taking the best here. We only invite the best. So they've got to be able to recollect themselves and recompose themselves just like that. Great move out of Caitlin. Now, it might not be fast enough to get into fourth place. She'll probably have to clear Kaleidoscope in order to put herself in the top 4 right now. Big tuck
And
back.
the first of the Kaleidoscopes. She's going for the second, I think.
I believe so.
Oh, she's getting a massive throw.
And there's the
so
she almost was able to catch herself on the second ring.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to time because you're getting so much height.
You can see her coach, Lucas Reale, counting her down. Caitlin training out of TA Fitness Plymouth. Again, we have a lot of TA athletes at this event. Great catch.
She gets it there.
And after using her first retry, Caitlin Mass locks herself into second place right now. Has to get through boats if she wants a shot at first. But of course, you know that the end goal for all of these athletes is the buzzer. Time's ticking down, though.
Get it?
Wants to go for that dismount first, but it looks like she is out of time. Either way, a great run out of Caitlin, putting her in second place. Took a minute to really situate herself on the skyhook, and with a slip up on Kaleidoscope, that was a bit close.
Yep, but she ended up figuring it out really well, that big skip, and that puts her in second for now.
Yes, and with 4 athletes. I mean, look, the good news is there's 4 athletes left, so her odds are all right. The bad news is these 4 athletes are very strong, including our very next one, Kate Ruiz, who was the Season 6 world champion, got second place in World's Strongest Ninja. Definitely showed she has what it takes to hit a buzzer when we saw her run the placement course. Just was a little low on time. We might see something similar there. And again, taller athletes maybe don't have to go as high on the pole. Kate playing it safer and jumping right into big swing. Grabbing a tad bit of chalk. Staying in that lock-off position for an extra swing, just so she can properly re-grab that second ring. What a crazy amount of control out of these. They are children. They are children. They are athletes, and they're
another lock-off here.
Oh my
Almost
goodness!
makes it work.
Gonna
try again for the lock-off?
Yes, she is. What a pop!
And she
oh
gets
my
it.
Goodness. Okay. Make me feel
She
bad about
definitely
my
has a lot of
lock-off
endurance.
game, why don't you? That was insane. And
No
we're right
problem.
back into it. Now, again, if she wants to, lock herself onto the podium right now, she's gonna have to beat Kaleidoscope. She has to get off skyhooks first.
She's got to reach right up into this Kaleidoscope. Running kind of low on time.
Yeah, 25 seconds, not the most amount of time.
She gets
makes the skip. Oh, it's now she's breezing right through. Now it's just going to come down to, can she clear the boats in time?
No.
Whoa! Doesn't control her speed there. Isn't hurt, but just has to recompose herself. Great grab onto the rings. Going to have to make that swing over. I don't think
Just
it's
trying to
happening.
redirect, go to the cliffhanger. That was a
Okay.
smart move there.
Does she have the time for it? She does.
Ah,
Did they rule that out, or did they? Because she touched
she
the black
grabbed
box.
the,
Or did she?
but she did cross the plane. This I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see when it pulls up. She definitely ran out of time after,
Yeah, she had a
but
second left.
that I mean, hey, that's currently the difference between second and third place, which could be huge as we get to the end of our run order. So let's take a look at that leaderboard.
So
It puts her in second as a clear on boats, so they did not mark her for touching that black box. And
I
with
think it's
3
just the
runners
angle
left,
she. I think it was the angle that she cleared because she was clearly over it and then hopped over the box.
yeah, that
So
makes sense.
yeah, that
We
box is
do,
there so people don't skip it. So it makes the ring skip a little trickier.
of course, you have to go out a little bit more to the side as opposed to just straight forward. Now, that run and Emily Balco remaining in first place does mean that Emily is guaranteed a spot in the Premier Series finals, regardless of how these last 3 runs go. Harper Bergen had a rerun on the placement course. Might be, you have to think, maybe a little more tired because she had to run the speed course twice. But she's definitely not showing signs of it as she's breezing right through these first 3 obstacles.
Definitely one of our fastest times so far to this point. She's eyeing up that reach back here. Can't quite get the timing. Oh, that was very smooth there. Great control with the ring.
Almost ready to launch, and she does, and she lands it. And I think we're past the point where you're definitely going to have to beat Kaleidoscope. At this point, it's a race to boats.
Resets. Has a nice straight swing, so it's not moving that much, but she's going to go for the skip.
And there it is.
Ooh.
Great grab. Went not as high as I expected, just kind of shot herself forward, and it worked for her.
Yep.
Making
Angle worked
very
good.
good time. I believe that that's the fastest to this point that we've seen, but she's going to have to beat this obstacle if she wants to work her way into the top 2. Currently finding herself in third. Wow! Just
Stays on it.
herself over.
If she can get this dismount, that will put her into first.
Oh no! Back! It looked so good up to that point. And I mean, her run's not over. 18 seconds to clear this is doable.
And she can still get first with this time left.
Absolutely.
Here she
Gonna
goes.
have to move. One thing she did was she took a spin around on the first boat. Yep. Avoided that this time. And is just going straight into it. Not wasting any time. And she does
she
get
gets it there.
That might put her into first or second place.
That's going to be close. It's going to be close, but she did beat it.
It says that she is 0.3 seconds behind Emily Balco, putting her into second place, which does mean that with 2 runners left, Emily Balco and Harper Bergen are locked in for the Premier Series finals. We're going to see what happens with our final 2 runners. But these were the 2 athletes that hit the buzzer on the placement course, starting off with Kinsey Carvin, who not only has one of 5 buzzers on the placement course today, but has the 3rd fastest time overall.
Yep. She came right out of the gate flying.
Yeah, absolutely crazy to think that she was our first runner of the division, and she just set the bar so ridiculously high. Picking up right where she left off, clearly. You can hear her coach telling her not to waste time. Such a critical aspect of this competition right now.
Gotta reach up and around here. Gets
Great
it, no
hook.
problem.
A little crooked, but she is straightening out and fixing her hands so that way she swings a little better. Looking probably right here, and she gets it. Yep. Pops right into that dismount. And it
Here she
seems like
goes.
with that run up, she's going for that skip.
Yep. Or
Oh, maybe
she
not.
thinks about it.
Again, we see Kinsey Carvin
There she goes.
rocking the Ninja Nation shirt.
Ooh, good save there.
Now, this currently does put Kinsey into 4th place, I believe.
But she's going to want more here.
Oh, absolutely. This will for sure put her in the top 4 if she makes this dismount.
I think she ended up the dismount.
Oh, yeah, she is. There we go. She lands it.
Oh, she just
Oh, no, she
misses it.
doesn't. That's the
Just
second one where we've
offset.
seen a small fall backward.
But she has more time than Harper did for her retry. Let's see if she can do it.
Gets the go-ahead from the refs.
Opt for a different
Starts
approach
back
here.
up. Now, this is a little slower to the rings than last time, but she's very good at generating power here, as we can see. Really keeping those hips up. Opting to go for the second
Committing
boat
right
instead.
to it.
And there we have it.
And she's in first place.
That does put her in first place, which means...
What a clutch last move there.
Wow.
She wasn't getting the momentum that she wanted on the ring skip, so she just committed and just swung around like a flag. That was sweet. Great
again,
awareness.
Professional adjustments. That's the type of stuff we like to see, and that's why they're in the Premier Series.
Exactly.
Now, Lindsay, Emily, and Harper are locked in. Either Megan Moore, our Season 8 World Champion, or Kate Ruiz will be taking that 4th and final spot in the Premier Series Finals. It all comes down to Megan's run. And again, Megan is the world champion. So definitely, if I were Kate, I'd be a little nervous right now.
Climbing up this pole really fast, eyeing up that dismount already. Gets right to it.
Great moves.
Running right through.
Very smooth. Just a quick swing right over.
Gonna pop right over here. Oh,
Oh,
just misses.
misses it.
It's all
And
good.
it's not so much, I'm not so much worried about falling on the obstacles at this rate. It's more so the fact that these extra swings can absolutely ruin your chances at the top 4. You can have one of those moments, but anything more than that could be very detrimental to your chances.
Oh, she's lined up this kaleidoscope.
What a
No
great
problem.
grab. Breezing through.
Minute left on the boats.
One of the fastest up to the boats. But I'm not sure which way she's trying to swing. I think she finally committed to a direction, and there we have it.
Has some great wrist flexibility there.
Absolutely.
She's going for the dismount.
Now has to do this in under a minute 59, which
And she
does.
She wins today in the Premier Series, but she's going for a full clear.
She's already gotten one buzzer on the placement course with the fastest time we've seen to that point.
Oh, she gets the grab.
Can she grab that ring? She does.
She has plenty of time left.
Another buzzer. Using that big pop. Oh, gonna have to really pull herself up. And she grabs it.
Oh, right to
Just
the
has to hook
dismount.
on. And we have
And she clears.
our first female clear on the challenge course in the Premier Series. Megan Moore taking home the fastest time on the placement course so far, and a buzzer on the challenge course, locking in first place and sweeping the competition.
What a run. Clutch. She knew what she had to do last runner. She earned it with the placement, getting first in the placement. She knew what she had to do, and she executed perfectly.
I just want to spotlight what's on the replay right now. That grab from the second ring up to that spinning disc is so high. It
It
takes
is
so
massive.
and you're coming up at such a weird angle that you have to really force yourself up there. It's such an impressive move for these athletes to get. Huge congratulations to Megan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she definitely proved why she's the champion. But all these girls and the boys earlier, just they all did an amazing job.
Yep. Once
This
again,
course,
congratulations to Harper Bergen, Emily Balco, Kinsey Carvin, and Megan Moore for advancing to the finals of the World Ninja League Premier Series.
yeah, this course has just been such a blast to watch. Just 7 obstacles perfectly tuned for these amazing athletes to challenge them and show just what they can do. So we are going to take a about 50-minute break. We're gonna wrap up this division here, but we will be back in at 4:30 p.m. Check our live tab or our watch tab on our website, live tab on YouTube for the preteen division. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Kane Casillas, I am Philip Scott. See you later.